Hi everyone, my name is Rakhshan. I'm the author of this collection of poems called Europe Love Me Back, which came out with the Emma Press in October of 2022. I'm going to be reading the poem called Caucasity from the collection. A latecomer at a post-colonial Perspectives on Cosmopolitanism conference. I make myself invisible. This should be easy since I've spent the last decade learning the skill of artful disappearance. The crowd is a sea of academics in black jackets. Nobody turns, because I'm quiet, and I seat myself in the last row. But a pair of blue eyes, offended by this interruption, this melanin for his gaze, this unpleasant offering fixates on my face. Instead of staring back, I look away, pretend that none of this is happening, that if I don't acknowledge the exclusion, it doesn't happen, like I have to sign off on racism before it becomes real. And so I tear up the contract, find a spot on the wall, a shady corner, a leaf in the wind, a grey tile, stare at white academics presenting papers on post-coloniality and how it applies to their nation states. I do a quick scan of the room as prey my mind constantly navigates the thread of predators, who don't kill but casually humiliate, which is much worse. I come to the conclusion that I am one of two people of color in the room. The other brown woman is in the front row, a distinguished guest, an invited speaker, unlike my small unwanted doctoral ass. Listening to all this with a dour expression, not looking to massage anyone's ego, to please or disarm anyone. After the presentation on post-coloniality in Denmark, it is her turn to present. If someone had told me this was the white post-colonialism conference, I wouldn't have put in a paper. Nobody laughs, but she does rather loudly. Any questions? The blue-eyed man says, I don't understand how coloniality is only valid for certain countries. For example, Germany was ruled by the Roman Empire. Surely colonialism and empire is part of everyone's history. Does anyone here have lived experience of living under the Roman Empire, she says. Does anyone here have lived experience of living under the British Empire? I raise a reluctant hand. There you go, she says, with a soft movement of her hand, and then continues with the rest of the paper. In that moment, I'm glad to exist and to come into view briefly, if only to prove her point. Thank you.